work, I'm really interested in cinema, and I'm interested in popular culture, popular media, and I'm specifically interested in tropes in cinema. And so what I've been focusing on for this project is the unflinching walk of the male hero who's walking away from the explosion in the background. And I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with that scene. We see it over and over and over again. So what I really find interesting about these tropic scenes, or these narrative devices that we see being used over and over in cinema, is that they have a larger corollary, a larger system of meaning behind them that we start to adopt into our understanding of ourselves within culture and within society. So the unflinching walk is really a representation of power, specifically male power, because it's kind of a nonchalant sense of entitlement, that things are, you just have the ability to blow something up and then just walk away as if nothing happened. It's kind of this coolness factor. In my work, I'm always working with gender lines, and I like to flip some of the gender roles. So I've taken female tropic characters and I've supplanted them into this scene, into the unflinching walk. So some of the tropes that I'm looking at is the female business tycoon. So what we term, pardon my language, we term the bitch, like the cold female businesswoman. I'm using the milkmaid, so kind of the sexy farm girl, the housewife in a housecoat. A fairy, I'm working with kind of the magical fairy, and the woman who starts the car race with the flag. So those are the types that I'm working with at the moment in the scenes. So in the piece there will be 4 to 5 scenes. Each one will have an explosion and the female in some manner walking away, but then the scenes are expanded a little bit with some other props and signification, etc. So, for example, for the business tycoon, when the building in the background is exploding, the female actually has a briefcase filled with bread, and she's eating a baguette. So I'm playing with some of those inherent meanings in that. So bringing home the bread. Women are very rarely shown eating anything on camera, and if so, they're taking very dainty bites off tiny little spoons. So I try to play with all of these things to put these things together in one scene that. All of the expectations are subverted and challenged. My work is done solo, almost always exclusively. So I have a Nikon D810, which I use. I set that up on a tripod. For this project, I have sewn a very, very large blue/green screen, and I have a portable stand. And I've been taking this blue-green screen out into the field, and I set up the screen, and then I film my scene with a tripod and my camera, and then I move around in the scene, and I have to repeat the actions several times so that I can get different angles and I get all the shots. So I'm doing a lot of kind of conceptualizing of what the end product is going to look like, and then once I get the footage, I take it home. I've got a Mac at home, and I just do all the editing. I've been working with After Effects and Premiere, and I just go between those two programs. Some of the special effects software I've been sourcing online. I got a pack called Action Essentials, which is just like a starter kit with already pre-green screened explosions and dust particles, that kind of thing. So I've been taking those and compositing them into my own footage. Some of the backgrounds are composites as well, some of the scenes. So I have locally shot scenes that I've put together with scenes that I've bought online, and I'm just using, and I use Photoshop sometimes as well to build kind of photographic masks. The sites that I choose, I'm constantly, because I'm always working locally, so I'm always looking for locations. I choose them primarily out of aesthetic reasons. I have an idea, and then I'm looking for that as I'm moving through my day-to-day activities. And then I've been working with a few of the buildings in Kitchener-Waterloo. I really want to sometimes echo what a movie industry would do. They would come into a city, choose the locations, and then you see those locations kind of yeah, in the film in the background. So I'm trying to echo some of those approaches from the industry. Art projects are there for the public to have something to think about. It's something that's surprising, but also a place that starts conversations, conversations that I feel are really, really important in terms of what kind of systems of communication we build into our media, into our cinema, and what that actually does to affect how we think about the world around us.